Hey, welcome into another edition of the Pittsburgh Steelers Blitz. Dustin Hockensmith here. It is week 9. We're going into Ravens-Steelers week. Another AFC North showdown looms here. Steelers looking to keep their momentum going. They've won 3 in a row. Ravens beat them 26-14 back in week 4. They have found their stride since then. Ravens looking for some answers right now. 1-3 over the last 4 games. Steelers averaging 34 points per game. Ravens coming off a game against the Carolina Panthers where they gave up 36 points and 386 yards of offense. It seems to set up nicely for the Steelers to come in there and score some points against a vaunted Ravens defense. We'll see if those trends hold up in this one. Steelers obviously last week, 33-18 win over the Browns. An uplifting win for the city of Pittsburgh, a 3rd straight win. 33 points. They got Todd Haley, their former offensive coordinator, the Browns offensive coordinator, fired. Hugh Jackson also fired. So the Browns shaking things up. They're now in the basement, a usual position for them in the AFC North. Steelers kind of forced that next step with a good win. An emotional win brings a little sense of healing, a little sense of distraction on a weekend where a Pittsburgh synagogue was attacked. 11 people killed there. Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger said, "It just felt good to bring a little bit of relief and distraction to the city, if only for a few hours on Sunday." This past week, the NFL's trade deadline came and went. Le'Veon Bell, since he has not reported to the team, has not signed his franchise tender. He's back with the team. They had no choice. They weren't able to move him because he had not done those things. Now he has until November 13th to either report and start suiting up or sit out the remainder of the season. I think some fans and onlookers wondering how much are they missing right now. James Conner, one of the best running backs in football right now, making people forget about Le'Veon Bell and looking at James Conner as maybe the running back of the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, looking ahead to this matchup with the Ravens, as I mentioned, 26-14, the Ravens got the better end of the Steelers a few weeks ago. They're going in different directions right now. Mentioned the loss to the Carolina Panthers, gave up a lot of yards, a lot of points, had some struggles with some of the misdirection built into the Panthers offense. Some of those guys that the Panthers have, dynamic guys with the ball in their hands, take short stuff and turn it into big gains. Cam Newton had a big game. Christian McCaffrey had a big game. You saw rookie wide receiver DJ Moore do some really nice things and fuel that victory. Joe Flacco and the Ravens offense sputtered just a little bit. I think that's a theme that's been going on for a while now. When they're at their best, this Ravens offense can score some points. This passing offense, much better at times than it was last season, but you haven't always seen the best of them. 192 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions for Joe Flacco. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens rookie quarterback, came on late in that game, showed a little bit of that flash and burst and athleticism that has people excited. It did come in garbage time, so you're not seeing any kind of quarterback controversy coming into this matchup. It is something interesting to watch, though, for the Steelers. They just got 2 coaches fired. I wonder if they can put a quarterback on the hot seat as well. So the Ravens, they're looking for answers in the run game as well. They rank number 24 in the NFL in run offense. They have Alex Collins and Buck Allen not really getting the job done, not showing much. So this week they sent a 7th round 2020 pick to the Green Bay Packers for Ty Montgomery, a guy who was on a short leash. They put him on a trade block after a decision late in the loss to the Los Angeles Rams to bring a kickoff out of the end zone. He ended up fumbling it away, took an opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to run a 2-minute drill, maybe set the Packers up with a chance to win that game or tie the game. A lot of people in that Packers organization not happy with that decision. So Ty Montgomery ends up on the trade block. Not a lot of time to set up on this matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you'll probably see him a little bit in this matchup, maybe as he's acclimating to the playbook, not so much in that game. So that right there is one of the key things that we're watching in this game. What are the Ravens going to do with their run game to try to ignite a spark, not just the running part of it, but the whole offense needs a little bit better balance. Number 24 in rush offense, Ty Montgomery, I would expect to see him not more than a handful of plays. But what does this run game look like with Alex Collins and Buck Allen and now Ty Montgomery? We'll start to find that out here against the Steelers. And then Joe Flacco, can the Steelers pass defense, which is trending in the right direction, force him into some mistakes, slow him down like the Panthers defense did, holding him to 192 yards and 2 picks? We'll start to find that out too. Can the Ravens defense bounce back? Another big challenge after giving up 36 points to the Carolina Panthers. This is the Steelers offense is starting to roll a little bit. They've got the run game going with James Conner. They've clearly always got that pass game going. It's another big problem for the Ravens defense. And the Steelers have a chance maybe to push north of 30 points again. I think if they do that, they're a pretty good shot to win the game. All right, Jacob Klinger, our beat reporter for the Steelers here on PennLive.com, joins us to give us a little bit more of a lowdown on the Ravens-Steelers matchup and give his prediction.
In their back-to-back losses to the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints, the Baltimore Ravens have not recorded an interception these past 2 weeks. That was not the case when they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers earlier this season. I don't think it will be the case on Sunday as the Steelers head to Baltimore. Ben Roethlisberger has a tendency to throw several passes a game that a cornerback can readily pick off if he gets his head around in time. Jimmy Smith is back. He was also not in that last Steelers-Ravens game. I do expect the Steelers to turn the ball over. I do expect them to affect their run game. I think they'll fall behind, have a late rally, and still lose 27-24.
Steelers 3-point road favorites. A pretty rare situation for this Ravens team, but it's a testament, I think, to where these two teams appear to be going. It can always change at any time in the NFL. I don't think it happens this week. I think the Steelers keep rolling. The Ravens hold them south of 30 points, but still 27-20, I've got it in favor of the Steelers. We're not always right here. You can join us. You can rub it in here in the comments section. Subscribe to the PennLive YouTube channel while you're at it. And you can always join us on PennLive.com for the latest Steelers news and analysis.